It's time for another edition of Learn Japanese by Singing! So I'm really surprised, as huge a fan of Sailor Moon as I am, I'm really surprised that I haven't done Moonlight Densetsu yet. But here we are. I'm doing Moonlight Densetsu today. I'm going to break down this song one word at a time, one grammar rule at a time, and from that you guys will learn a lot of Japanese vocabulary words, a lot of Japanese grammar rules, and you'll learn at a more intimate level what the theme song to Sailor Moon actually means. If you're new here, I'm Sarah, and I'm a professional Japanese to English anime and game translator who loves Sailor Moon and loves anime songs, and I do series on this channel where I teach Japanese either through the traditional means or through music or through Sailor Moon episodes. So let's get started! Gomen ne, sunao ja nakute. This is kind of sarcastic. So gomen ne means I'm sorry. And it's in katakana, which kind of makes it kind of sarcastic or cutesy. Like katakana is not quite like hiragana. Sunao means either to be honest or to be open with your feelings. I feel like sunao, open with one's feelings is the best translation of sunao. Janakute means you're making it, I am not the thing that came before me. So sunao janai or sunao janakute means not open with one's feelings. So gomen ne sunao janakute means I'm sorry, I'm not like open with my feelings. Yume no naka nara ieru. So yume is dream, no means apostrophe s, naka means inside. So yume no naka means dreams inside or inside of a dream or in my dreams. Nara means if. It's the if part of an if-then statement. So yume no naka nara means if inside my dreams, then something. Ieru means to be able to say something, but the kanji that they're using here is the kanji for tsudaeru, which means to convey a message, to relay a message. It's a little more nuanced than just to say. So usually tsudaeru is like when I am conveying my feelings to someone, it would be tsudaeru. So I think by using the kanji for tsudaeru, but then saying ieru because it matches better with the meter of the music, the gist of what that phrase is, if I were dreaming or if I were in my dreams, I would be able to tell you / show you how I feel. So the whole thought is, I'm sorry, I'm not open with my feelings. Like I could be open with my feelings if I were in my dreams or when I'm in my dreams. I could totally tell you how I feel. Shikoukairo. So this is like a person's train of thought. It literally means thought circuit. So keep that literal meaning in your mind because the next words that come after it will kind of play on that literal meaning. So wa is a particle that means as for something. So it's usually as for the thing that came before me. So x wa means as for x, something something. Shikoukairo wa means as for Shikoukairo, which is my train of thought or my thought circuit. Shooto is an English word, short. And in this case, it doesn't mean short as in like, I'm not tall, I'm short, but it means it's about to short circuit. So you know that literal meaning of thought circuit before, that's kind of what this shooto comes into play with. So sunzen means on the verge of. So x sunzen means on the verge of x. So shooto sunzen means on the verge of short circuiting. So my train of thought, my brain circuits, my brain basically is about to short circuit. Imasugu means right away. Aitai yo. So au is to see someone or to meet someone. Aitai means I want to see or meet somebody. And then the expression aitai, if you say it like about someone or to someone, it often has a romantic nuance to it. It means kind of I want to see you, but it also means I miss you. So imasugu aitai yo, like that literally means right now, right away, I want to see you, and the yo is for emphasis. It's in a longing, romantic-y kind of way, though. Nakitakunaru. This comes from the verb naku, which is to cry. So nakitai, if you drop the u in the ku and you change it to itai, so naku becomes nakitai, that means want to cry. And then if you change the i in tai to ku naru, that means want to become or want to do the thing that came before me. So, nakitakunaru means becoming, wanting to cry. And then this whole thought, this becoming, wanting to cry, becomes a modifier for the next word that comes after it. So, yona is like a, so sort of like a in a way. And then moonlight. So English word moonlight. So this is one of those sentences where you kind of have to work backwards. So moonlight is the thing we're talking about. Moonlight that makes me want to cry. It's like a moonlight that makes me want to cry because of the yona. Denwa means to call somebody. It literally means telephone. But it can also be a verb that means to call someone on a telephone. Mo means also. Dekinai means cannot do. So denwa mo dekinai means also cannot telephone call someone. This mo, this also means, well, there's probably some other things like I can't talk to you because it's midnight. I also can't call you because it's midnight. I also can't go out because it's midnight. You know, this mo thing, it has this sort of like, it has this like, oh, I'm at the end of my rope. There's so many things I can't do. There's this and this and this and also this kind of thing. So denwa mo dekinai, midnight. Midnight is too late to call. It's midnight and therefore I cannot call you. Midnight and I cannot call you. And the you is implied. There's no pronouns, but it's implied because she's talking about this person that she misses and can't express her true feelings to. Datte, this is by itself, it's kind of a hard word and concept to translate. It's sort of but and because at the same time. It's kind of like when a little kid goes, but mom, it's that sort of but, like, come on. Like, but mom, I'm tired. It would be like, datte, nemuin da yo. Like, come on, but mom, I'm tired. So it's that kind of feel to it. So datte, junjo, means like you're pure or naive. It's like, but guy I'm in love with, I'm just so, naive and pure. Don't you know that? So junjo, it means like pure, naive, young also. どうしよう is like, what should I do? So it's like, but I can't help it, but come on, I'm just so young. What else am I supposed to do? So I think she's like acknowledging here, yeah, maybe these complaints are trivial or they wouldn't even really be problems if I were older or more mature, but I'm just a girl. It's like, but come on, I'm just a girl. What should I do? What else can I do? Like, I can't go out and see you because it's midnight and there's curfew. I can't call you because it's the 90s and I share a phone with my family. You can gain that sort of insight from that. Hato wa, so wa, as you might remember, is as for. So hato, again, is a borrowed word, heart. So as for my heart, again, the my part is implied. She's singing about herself, so it's probably her heart. Hato wa mangekkyo. So mangekkyo is a kaleidoscope. So my heart is a kaleidoscope. And I think the symbolism behind the kaleidoscope is like, it's a kaleidoscope of emotions. It's ever changing. There's so many different sides to it. It's like 1 minute I'm like, my eyes are full of hearts and I'm so happy because I'm in love with you. The next minute I'm all crying and sad because I miss you and it's midnight and it's too late to call you. So my heart is just this like roller coaster and whirlwind, this kaleidoscope, if you will, of emotions. 月の光に導かれ. So 月 is moon. If you're a Sailor Moon fan, that's a really good word to know. So 月の光, no, as you might remember, means apostrophe s. So the moon's, hikari means light. So the moon's light or the moonlight. Ni michibikare. So michibiku is to guide or to lead. So michibikare is like the passive, like guided by. So 月の光に michibikare is to be guided by the light of the moon or to be guided by the moonlight. Nandomo means time and time again. Meguriau, that means, so you might remember the au part from aitai, like to see or to meet somebody. Meguriau, that has a more like fate, destiny sort of nuance to it. So meguriau is like to meet, to have like a fated encounter sort of meeting. It's like you're meeting for the first time and it's kind of fated that you're meeting this person. So nandomo meguriau is like time and time again, destiny will still bring us together. It's that sort of nuance, even though literally it just means time and time again we meet. And how do you meet? Guided by the moonlight. So guided by the moonlight, time and time again, fate still brings us together. Seiza is the constellations, the stars. No apostrophe s. Matataki is the twinkling, the sparkling. So by the twinkling of the star constellations or by the constellations twinkling, sparkling. Kazoe is to count. Kazoeru is that verb, and then kazoe is just you're taking off the do because you're going to add some more thoughts after it. If it's like kazoeru, it's kind of like that's my thought, that's my final thought, but you're going to add more thoughts after that. So kazoe. Uranau means to divine, like divination, to fortune tell. Koi is romantic love specifically. It's not just love, it's romance, romantic love. Koi no yukue, so yukue is the destination, as in like the destiny, destination of romance. So, uranau, koi no yukue is like foretells, fortune tells, prophesies, it tells the prophecy of romance's destination or destiny, and it's our romance or my romance. So counting the twinkling constellations, foretelling of the direction that our romance will take. Onaji is the same. Kuni is country or kingdom, but as you'll see once again, it's written with a kanji that is not kuni. So the kanji they're using is chikyu, which means the earth, planet Earth. So because Mamo-chan is from Earth and Usagi is from the moon, but they were born on the same Earth, planet, born in the same kingdom. That's why they use the kanji for Earth, because, they're reincarnations. The Moon Princess, Princess Serenity, and Prince Endymion, they were born on different planets. They were born in different kingdoms. But when they were reincarnated, they were born in the same kingdom, the same planet Earth. So, onaji kuni ni umareta no. So, umareta is the past tense of to be born. So, was born. Were born in this case because they're talking about both the singer and her love interest. And this no, it can either be an effeminate sort of ending to a thought. So, onaji kuni ni umareta no. Like, we were born in the same country. By golly. It could either be that, or you could take that whole thought, we were born in the same country, and put that thought in brackets, and then the no sort of just becomes a modifier for that. Like, this concept of us being born in the same country is a modifying term, a descriptive term for the next word that comes after me, which in this case is miracle romance. So it could be like a miracle romance wherein we were born on the same planet, the same Earth, the same kingdom. Or it could just be complete thought number one, we were born in the same kingdom, and then complete thought number two, miracle romance. Moichido means one more time. Futari de, so futari means us, you and me, two people. De means like with, so with or by. So by us, with us, together, basically, futari de. Moichido futari de weekend. So once more, together, weekend. Once more, you and I together, weekend. It's kind of a broken sentence. So it could be you and I spend the weekend together again. I think that's kind of what that means. Kami-sama means God. Kanaete means answers a prayer or makes a wish come true. Comes from the verb kanaeru. Happy end, or happy ending, really, in good English. But it rhymes with weekend, happy end. So once again, we spend the weekend together and God answers my prayers and brings me my happy ending. That's kind of what this whole, like, broken English, Japanglish set of sentences mean. Genzai, kako, mirai mo. So if you'll look at these kanji compounds, genzai means the present, kako means the past, and mirai means the future. So those are three very useful words to know. And you'll see they're separated by like a raised dot. That's kind of the Japanese way of either doing a slash or a comma. It's kind of like combining this slash this slash this. So the past, present, and future, mo also. So the past and the future and the present, all of these things together. Anata ni, so anata is you. Finally, she says you. It also kind of means my darling. In this context, it is sort of more my darling. Anata ni kubitake. So to be something ni kubitake, it means that you're head over heels over something. So X ni kubitake, I'm crazy about X, or I'm head over heels about X. So anata ni kubitake means I'm crazy about you. I'm crazy about you in not only the past, not only the present, but also in the future. Like in all timelines, you know, in 4-dimensional space and time, I'm crazy about you in all of those scenarios. Hey guys, Sarah from the future here, and I had to split up this part of the song into 2 separate parts because I didn't want to get slammed with a copyright strike or anything. If you have song clips that are too long, they're like, oh no, you're putting up copyrighted material, and then they flag your stuff. But anyway, these 2 parts of the chorus really need to go together because they form a complete sentence. But I'm just putting this little insertion of me talking in between them so I won't get copyright problems. Sorry. Continuing. Deatta, so meguri au, you might remember from earlier, which is like that fated chance encounter. Deatta also kind of is that too. Deau, it does mean to just meet somebody, but it can also like have some sort of romantic undertones to it. Doesn't have to, but in this case it does. So deatta toki is the day that we met. The time that we met literally is what it means, but it sounds weird to say the time that we met because then in English you think, oh, was that 10 o'clock that we met, the time that we met? More like the day that we met or the moment that we met. So deatta toki, the moment we met, the day we met, no, so thought in brackets, the day, time, moment we met, apostrophe yes. Natsukashi. So natsukashi is nostalgic or like a fond memory. And we're going to add some more words after that. So manazashi is a gaze. So natsukashi manazashi, that's a tongue twister, means the nostalgic gaze or the familiar gaze. And it's like familiar in a warm, fond way, like you kind of remember it in your distant memory. So deatta toki no natsukashi manazashi. So that means the familiar, nostalgic gaze that I saw the day that we met. And it's implied your gaze. So the nostalgic, familiar gaze of you, your gaze that was familiar and nostalgic the day that we first met. Wasurenai, I will not forget it, comes from the root verb wasureru, which means to forget. Wasurenai means the negative of that, so will not forget. So I will never forget how nostalgic your gaze made me feel the first day that we met. And why does she feel nostalgic? Because they were together in a past life, obviously. So iksenman, no. So iksenman is like tens of millions, no. So in this case, the no is making the tens of millions like a descriptive term, a descriptive noun for the next noun that's going to come after, which in this case is hoshi, which is star. So tens of millions of stars. Kara means from. So from tens of millions of stars or planets. Anata, again, you, my darling. O, that's a particle. So if it's a noun or verb, that means the verb is being done to the noun. So we're about to do a verb to you, anata. Anata o mitsukerareru. That comes from the verb mitsukeru, which means to find, like you're looking for something and then you find it. Mitsukerareru it means I can find. So I can find you from tens of millions of planets or stars. So it's like in all of the tens of millions of stars and planets in the galaxy, like I can always find you. Like I'll always be able to find you. Guzen is coincidence. Mo also. Chance or guzen mo. In this case, mo means like even. So even coincidence. Chansu. Chance, it's a borrowed word, but it really means more like golden opportunity than like chance. Ni kaeru. So x ni kaeru means can be changed into x. Kaeru is to change or to be able to change. So guzen mo chance ni kaeru. So even coincidence can be changed into like a golden opportunity. And then ikikata is this way of life or a way of life. Ga suki yo. So anything ga suki means I like anything. Ikikata ga suki means I like this way of life. And then yo is again that emphatic, like I feel very strongly about this. So you can think of this in a couple different ways. They can either be two different statements, like guzen mo chance ni kaeru, period. Like, you know, even coincidences can be changed into golden opportunities. Ikikata ga suki yo, like I like this way of life. I doubt that that's what it is though. I think it is one complete thought. So, I like the way of life where even coincidences can turn into golden opportunities. Shigina is an adjective that means mysterious. Kiseki is miracles. Kurosu is the English word cross, and then they're changing it into a verb, like the verb to cross, by adding a shite at the end of it. So, shigina kiseki kurosu shite means mysterious miracles cross. And I think cross paths intersect is more like, you know, instead of like cross. Nandomo meguriau. You might remember from last time and time again, we will, you know, fate will bring us together. So with mysterious miracles intersecting or crossing each other, or crossing paths, time and time again, fate will still bring us together. And that's like the running theme of this whole song. It's like, we're so in love, we're so destined to be together that no matter like how many planets there are in the sky, I'll still find you. No matter how many, you know, in the past, present, or future, I'll still be crazy about you. No matter what happens, like we'll still always find each other. Miracles will happen and we'll still come together. And then you repeat the lyrics from earlier and then get to the onaji kuni ni umareta no mirakuru romansu. And then shinjiteru no. Shinjiru, the root verb is to believe or to have faith. Shinjiteru changes that to the present participle form. So I am believing. I am in the state of believing. But that sounds weird in English to translate that literally. So it's really just I believe. Now, some people, I have seen a translation before where people turn that into a question. Shinjiteru no? And that can be a question. It can be, do you believe? Especially if you're feminine speaker, you might end a question on a no. Shinjiteru no? Like, do you believe? That could be it. Then followed by mirakuru romance. Like, do you believe? Miracle romance. And you're like, do you believe? It's a miracle romance. I don't think that is the case though. I think it is a proud statement. Here's the main reason why. Just musically, it doesn't quite make sense because it's going shinjiteiru no. It's going down. And if you were going to ask that as a question, you'd be like shinjiteru no? like your pitch would rise. So musically, it's just bad. It's bad compositionally, and as a lyricist, it would be really bad if the lyricist meant that as a question because your pitch is falling. So I personally, like, mostly for that reason, but also because there's no question mark, I think that it is just a strong, I believe. I don't think it's a do you believe? I think it's I believe. But as you can see, this is how the absence of pronouns can kind of generate some confusion with Japanese. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a I believe. And then mirakuru romance. So now the next time you sing that Sailor Moon theme song, try to memorize what each individual word in the song means, and then from that you can draw back on this and remember, oh yeah, because of that grammar rule in the Sailor Moon theme song, that's what this word means. So I hope that this was useful for you guys and gave you further insights into what this song really means. If you are a Sailor Moon fan who wants to learn Japanese, I have a whole series where I teach Japanese based off of the first episode of Sailor Moon, breaking it down one word at a time, just like I did with this song. If you're not super into Sailor Moon, but you like anime in general, I also do this with other anime songs from other anime series. I make videos every Tuesday on this channel, and stay tuned because either next Tuesday or the Tuesday after, I have a very special upload planned. I hope I can make it by next Tuesday, but if not, it would be next Tuesday. So stay tuned.